By going Williams on Klaassen, a free kick to Tottenham. Samway's already finding Mitchell Thomas. And in turn inviting Samways to go down that left. A lovely cross coming in. And somehow Shilton got in the way of that Paul Allen header. And Spurs so close to an opening goal after some brilliant work down the left by young Vinnie Samways. What a magnificent cross that was. Ian St John?
Well, I did say to you, he's a very good player. It was a good move down the left, whipped the ball in, and a nice diving header there. And Peter Shilton, being the goalkeeper he is, just getting himself in the way of it.
Gregory, G, played out delightfully there to Callaghan. Now Nigel Callaghan, a little cross is in, and well, there was a terrible miss there by Steve Cross. Well, he scored with a good header against Chelsea here on television a few weeks back, and that was an infinitely more simple one after Callaghan's cross had come in. A bad miss this, Ian.
Well, it certainly was. I thought Stevens was fouled just here as the ball came over. There was a bit of a bump there and put him down, but really and truly, Cross has got to hit the target with that one, hasn't he?
Stevens and Shilton. Callaghan. Good play. Now G, now you'll see his pace. Abbott's after him. McLaren playing it in, and at that time, well, Cross got his header in, but the flag held him back, and in any case, Tony Parks made a splendid save.
Well, it's only in the last few minutes, really, that Derby have come into the game, Brian, and they've got to do more of this. You know, they've got to pressurise the Tottenham, whip the ball into the box, and try to put them under some sort of pressure, because the natives were getting a bit restless here, weren't they? Tottenham looked at the only team that was going to score. But in the last 5 minutes, things are beginning to happen for Derby. But they've got to keep up. They've got to pressurise Tottenham a bit more.
Callaghan. Have it away. Not very far. Williams. Now, Geraint Williams. Tipped away superbly by Parks. Not scored this season, Geraint Williams, but it took a very good save indeed by Tony Parks to prevent him getting on the score sheet there.
Lovely little dribble, wasn't it? Got himself in a very good position, whacked a shot and the outside of the foot, and a great save by Parks.
But here we go. Derby's corner then. Nigel Callaghan with it. Tony Parks and Tottenham under pressure. Mark Wright with a header! And G almost getting in there at the far post, stopped by Paul Allen. Geraint Williams again. A feverish little spell this by Derby County. And Geraint Williams again. Paul Allen, a slight mistake there. And it took a very good clearance indeed there by Mitchell Thomas to get Spurs out of a lot of trouble and present Derby County with another corner. Callum will take it. Mark Wright is up again. It's aimed towards him, but it's Mabbott's head instead. Steve Cross turning it back once more. Up goes Wright, beaten by our dealers of all people in the air. Cross turning it in once more. G on the turn, but high into the stand. And Callaghan back there doing some defending. McLaren getting it away. Up goes G, wins it in the air. But now Gary Stevens for Tottenham. It's a really nicely balanced game this at the moment. Still 0-0. Paul Allen playing it now for Klaassen. Stopped for the moment by Blades. Klaassen finding Waddle, now operating on the right-hand side here. There's his cross going in. Oh, and a terrible miss there by Clive Allen. What a difference a season makes. You feel that Clive might well have had 2 goals so far this afternoon, and that was a dreadful miss.
That was a shocker, wasn't it? I mean, he won't want to see this in a replay, I'll tell you, tonight when he gets home. Oh, I mean, look, he's only 4 yards out.
Just kept in play. And a corner. Callaghan with that corner. Gregory was up there. It might come now for cross, and he should have time to get another centre in here, and he does. These chances that are going flying all over the place, everywhere but in the goal. That time Phil G.
Well, every time Derby get a ball in the box, they're getting a header, aren't they? You know, Tottenham don't seem to be able to handle anything that's crossed. I mean, that was another glaring miss. We must have had, what, about 4 today?
Fairclough and Garner in the air. Williams finding Callaghan, now operating on this left-hand flank. Williams. Callaghan to McLaren. Cross. Gregory available in the middle, and that came off the defender. Another corner for Derby. It came off Paul Allen. There's the tall blonde figure of Mark Wright. Redhead, really, I suppose. There he is, but he didn't quite get the header in that time. Blades playing it in, and Gregory hits it into the roof of the net, and Derby are ahead. Delighted John Gregory, getting his 5th of the season. Ian St John.
Well, as I was saying, you know, Tottenham just cannot handle crosses today. And again, from the corner kick, nodded back in again. Good header by Cross. And when the ball fell down, bang, there was Gregory. And I think maybe you could look at the goalkeeper and say, you know, he may have got a punch to that, knocked it away rather than just pop it down. So he just popped it down there. Gregory on the spot.
G clashing there with Fairclough. Both of them genuinely going for the ball. And the referee quite rightly deciding no free kicks, a throw to Derby County instead. The last seconds of the first half now. In fact, there goes the half-time whistle. And a very promising situation then for Derby County after John Gregory's goal put them into the lead. And a few more problems beginning to pile up at Tottenham Hotspur. A goal down. Now attacking the goal, Spurs to our left. Here's Mitchell Thomas. Gary Stevens will get it back to Tony Parks. Garner. Williams. Good ball again. Played this time to Callaghan. It's got McLaren just behind him. May not need him, though. That's a lovely bit of play by Callaghan. And they're lining up on the far side, and it was Garner who got the head in. And Spurs, right at the start of the second half, in danger of going 2 behind.
I'm sure Terry Venables must be sitting there wondering when Tottenham are ever going to clear a cross, Brian, because again, a lovely deep ball to the back post and allowing the Derby players to come in and get a free header.
Houghton. Williams. Callaghan. McLaren. Callaghan again. Gregory. Callaghan playing some good stuff here, Derby County. Gregory with a shot! And again well saved by Parks. And no doubting whatsoever that Derby are well worth their lead at the moment. A lovely move that. Applause all around, not least from the man who made the final shot. Ian?
Well, that's the best bit of football in the game so far, but another great save by Parks. He's keeping Tottenham in the game at the moment.
Garner. Callaghan. Good backup again in the midfield by Williams, and here's Williams again. And will Cross get on the end of this one? And Spurs in trouble, and a little lucky that the ball bounced kindly there for Parks. And with a little more purchase on that, Steve Cross surely would have made it 2 for Derby County.
Another super little ball by Williams. Just drifted it over the top of the defenders. And then Chrissy Houghton got pushed out of it there, and Cross should really have done a bit better there.
Free kick to, or rather a throw to Derby County. Williams. McLaren. Right. Well, he's done a tremendous job, Tony Parks. He's in because Ray Clements has still got a slight groin injury. I think he was planning to play in a reserve game yesterday, Ray. Now Williams. Callaghan, here come Derby County again. That's a good-looking cross. And G on the far side couldn't quite reach it. And Moran gets it away as far as Clive Allen. Play round the referee. And now here's Gary Stevens. Williams after him, throwing himself at that situation. Waddle now. Ardiles. Clive Allen. Chris Waddle. Trying to get Mitchell Thomas in. Played in low. And Callaghan's back there. I suppose most Derby fans would have preferred to have seen that ball whacked away. As it is, it's into touch with the throw for Tottenham, taken by Mitchell Thomas and then off McLaren for the corner. So Derby pinned back just for a moment. The ball with Waddle, now with Ardiles. And it's in there for Klassen. Well, the header came from Moran, and it was Klassen who helped it over the line. And between them, Spurs are back on level terms.
I think they'll look at the corner kick and say it should never have been given away, but there you are. It may even have gone... No, it wasn't going in. I thought it was possibly in before Klassen's got there.
And away come Derby. Phil G away on the left. And the ball to Callaghan. Not the best. Now Penny, the substitute. Callaghan. Penny, who's been a pretty prolific scorer in the reserve side for Derby County, looking just to pump things up a little bit up front for them now. For Scythe. Spurs, of course, with both their substitutes on. Gregory. Might come back for Gregory again. Oh, and a deflection! Just saved on the line by Parks. And Derby within 6 inches of going 2-1 into the lead. Here's Williams. Here's McLaren. A deep cross again for Derby County. They were lining up the Spurs defenders to get that away. Callaghan returning it once more. A lovely ball to McLaren. Killed beautifully by him. The cross is in once more. Pisted away that time by Parks to Clive Allen. It'll come to Blades. And now with Penny. Another Derby player down on the far side. Penny going on his way, making a good break here. Until he's stopped by Gary Stevens.
Was that good play again by John Gregory? Played a lovely little 1-2. Managed just got the break of the ball there, and Parks scrambled back after that and just got it 6 inches from the line.
It's a corner then for Derby County. Callaghan taking it. Right, trying to get on the end of it. Geraint Williams. Deflection there, and it comes from McLaren. And then off Mitchell Thomas and behind for another corner. Well, McLaren looked as though he might be in for his first goal of the season there, and the Spurs goal under siege again. 16 minutes to go. Here's this man, Geraint Williams. If anybody deserves a goal, he does! Oh, just over the top. Wow, this is tremendous stuff now.
I'll tell you what, Mike England must be sitting at home watching the game thinking, hey, I've got another player here.
Well, he's been absolutely outstanding. Challenging and winning the ball so often in the midfield, and then crashing that shot just over the bar. Gregory. Callaghan. Yes, if G is hobbling, then Klaassen is even in worse shape than that. He can hardly move. So both sides effectively about 10 men at the moment. Gregory just a little cushioned header there, hoping to persuade Garner to get in there. But it comes off Chris Fairclough for another Derby County corner, which Callaghan will take. G in there, Forsyth's up from the back, Gregory's in there, Mark Wright is up again. It's the one they're looking for, but Gary Stevens gets it away. McLaren plays it wide again for Callaghan. Now, can Derby make this pressure pay in the last minutes? Ardiles, a little stumble, but here he comes again. That inimitable floating run of his, and then a ball, and look how wide open Derby might be caught here by the pace of Moran. It's a great chance here now for Clive Allen, and Derby are behind after having so much of the game. Clive Allen, after a tremendous break by Moran, and a lovely ball played to him by Ozzy Ardiles.
But where were Derby County? I mean, they were all up in the attack. I couldn't believe it. There was only one man left in the centre circle, and Spurs just ganged up on them. It was a great ball by Ardiles. And this kid has been fantastic since he came on. I mean, he's tremendous pace. And it was a lovely little layoff. And there's Clive getting the goal he's so badly needed.
A scoreline really on the balance of play that is almost unthinkable. The amount of the game that Derby have had, and the amount of pressure they put on that Tottenham defence, particularly in the second half. And it's goals that count, and the Spurs have now got 2 of them to Derby's 1. Callaghan. Can Garner get up for that one? He can, and G hoped to head it on. And Samways puts it away where it's safe. Floated in there by Mark Wright. Here's Gregory hoping to retrieve something. Ross McLaren could be there now. Gregory, and his shot is charged off Fairclough for the corner. You still wouldn't bet against Derby County getting an equaliser. They've hanged so much of the play still. McLaren. Callaghan. McLaren. A little touch on. And Mark Wright was in there, but again shepherded back to Parks by the...